Hey folks, welcome back. So today we are working on a little project here of getting this water over here, this cattle water that's right over next to the mill house, getting this ground cloth spread out and getting gravel on it. And the reason for that is, you may recall from a few videos ago that we had a load of gravel dumped down here and it was dumped right in front of the compost pile. Well, I'm wanting to get that thing turned. It's well past needing it, and I can't get to it as long as the other pile of gravel. Not that one, but the other pile of gravel is in front. So the goal for today is to get this spread out. We've got another piece of ground cloth that we got to put down, get all the gravel spread over top of that, and get the compost pile turned. Now, one thing that we need to do first is all the way around the edge of where the gravel is going to go around over here. We need to dig down just a few inches and make a little bit of a lip. And supposedly that is going to help keep the gravel in. It's what the guys at NRCS wants us to do, so we're going to do it. All right, well, I'm not entirely sure how well you're going to be able to see it, but we got a little bit of a trench of sorts going all the way down along this side, and I think that's kind of what they're wanting to have done on all of the edges around here. I hope it is, because that's what we're going to do, and we're just going to continue doing this all the way around the rest of it, and we can start dumping some gravel on here. Well, I think this is more or less what we're trying to do here. I've got all the sides kind of trenched in, dug in a little bit all the way around there. The far side over there, because we had the dirt piled up, it looks like it's deeper and kind of wider than the rest of it, but I think it's just because there's still some dirt over there that's going to have to be moved out. I don't think it's really that much lower below grade than the rest of it, I don't think, but either way, we're going to call that good enough, and we're going to start grabbing some of that gravel over there and dumping it over here. Even though we've got a big gravel pile 10 feet that way, we're going with that one. All right, well, we got it pretty well cleaned up. You can still see there's a little bit of gravel around here, but the sun's just about down and it's getting cold. So we're gonna wait till tomorrow to finish raking up the last little bits of these. All right, well, I think we got this about as well cleaned up as we're gonna get it. I'm sure I could still spend another hour or two working on this, trying to get every last little bit up from there, but I think this is gonna be good enough, and we'll probably still get a few pieces of gravel mixed in with the compost, but it is what it is. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually combine both of these piles. This one over here on this side, it's cold. It's not really cooking anymore. So I want to mix that one in with this one. This one over here is still hot. So I think if we combine the two, it should be fine, and it should get some air mixed in with it, and it'll start breaking down again, and hopefully get this one a little bit further broken down as well. Alrighty folks, I think that is going to do it for these two little projects. If you were really eagle-eyed, you might have noticed that right at the beginning of that time lapse, I stopped and dumped something in before I finished piling the rest of that up here. And that is from when you have a couple hundred chickens, sometimes you have one that just kind of, up and dies, and it's just the way it is. And one of the best ways of getting rid of it is to throw it in the compost. And to some of you that may seem kind of strange. You may think you only throw like vegetable scraps and stuff like that in there, but you can actually throw things like a dead chicken in there as well. And as long as your piles are getting hot enough, it's going to kill off any bacteria and that sort of stuff that you might find in there. So as long as it's done properly, it's perfectly safe. But anyway, I chucked one of those in there. I got a thermometer stuck in, I think, right there. And it's already up to like 80 degrees or so, and it's been in there for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Now, that's not a super accurate reading because, for one, I don't think the thermometer is super accurate, but it's also not long enough. It's only like maybe 18 inches long, and for a pile that big, you need something that's maybe 3 feet long, so you're getting more into the middle of the pile, but it at least gives me some sort of idea what it's doing and if it's got heat and whether it's getting hotter or colder or anything like that. So it's good enough for the time being. But anywho, that is going to do it for this video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.